What up? And welcome back to another episode of Gritty Knows Best, baby. That's right. That's right. Today's gonna be a great show. Let me introduce this first guy before we get into it. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. I meant to hit the. There you go. Now there's the crows. The crows are coming around. The crows are on the mailboxes. They're on the power lines because this guy is in the building. We had to have him on today, of course. Some people call him Chromo. Some people call him Edgar Allan Moe, attempted murder Moe, but you could just call him Moe.
I wish he was gonna go with hungover Moe this week.
Are you hungover, Moe?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Well, it was just your birthday.
Yes.
So you're 27. That's why you're hungover.
27.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I told you are you like in good shape for the show?
I'm in great shape.
Okay. I told you to be in good shape today. We got a special day.
When she came on, I was like, oh, so many questions, so many thoughts.
We'll get them out. We'll get them out. Now, today's a special day.
You just turned 27?
I just turned 27.
47, baby.
Oh, we'll get to that. That voice you heard, we'll get to that voice in just 1 second.
Sorry.
Let me tell you, if you are a longtime listener of the show, you know that me, Mo, and Justin, we love Chaturbate. We haven't talked about it in a while, but we love Chaturbate, okay? And if you don't know what that is, to the uninitiated, it is a website where you can go on and watch people masturbate and have sex and even cook naked, whatever, all on webcam, live, okay? And we have somebody here from Chatterbait, so that it's going to be a special day. And let me introduce her right now so we can get into it. She is a chatterbaiter. She is an adult content creator. She is also a MILF, which is a plus, a big plus. We
love them over here.
She is none other than from MILF Mountain, Miss J.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And as I told you, I thought you'd be great for the show, not just because you're a MILF, but because when I go on, I was on Chatterbait a couple times, and I sign on to your stream just randomly, and you're doing the regular thing. You're masturbating with this big wand and everything. That huge, I don't know what is that thing called?
It's a dummy. It's one of the Levin's toys that's activated by the tips, but I just put it on full blast because that's my go-to.
The big one, right? The big black wand that's just like,
yeah.
So you're masturbating with that, and I'm seeing it, and then all of a sudden you're just like, you start talking to the chat, and you're just like, listen, if you're gonna keep talking shit, you can get the fuck out of here, okay? If you're gonna keep talking shit, then you go back, and you gotta go, excuse me, if you're not gonna fucking tip, how about you shut the fuck up? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, shut the fuck up. I'm not even masturbating, I'm just watching for that. I'm just like, yeah, somebody say something slick, and then somebody will type something in. You know what? How about you shut the fuck up right now? And I'm just like, yeah, shut up. I'm watching.
Like, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Tons of slogans. There was tons of stuff going on. I just got my popcorn to watch that. You have a great show. I'm going to say that right now, and I already told you that you'd fit in great for the show, and I'm glad you said that you thought so as well.
I run a tight ship on Chatterbait, and I do it for a few reasons. One, I don't put up with bullshit or ignorance and beggars and demands. Like, I'm the HBIC in my whole fucking life.
There you
and
go.
Nobody's going to tell me what to do. And so, like, I keep out the riffraff, and I'm also doing a service to humanity and all women because when they act up, I tell them how it is and call it Man Camp 101, and they need to learn, or they're just simply not going to be in my room.
So I was going to ask, like, if that was like a dominatrix thing for the camera, if that's how you move about
this is
all
how
day.
I run my entire life. I have a master's degree in education. I taught first grade and was a principal. So I definitely have that factor too, the teacher factor. But no, I'm a mother. I'm just an independent, confident person. I've always been a leader, and I just run it. I run the show in every aspect of my life.
There you go. You used to laying down the law. I could tell because you would go.
Crazy.
You would go straight from like jerking off to just screaming at somebody in like a millisecond. So I was like, this got to be.
They're learning. I have like almost 400,000 fans in a little over 5 years. I've probably banned 400,000 because I don't
This is
stand for the bullshit.
this is crazy because currently in school for adolescent education, and I work
Okay.
in a school right now myself. So what's funny is that I remember my professor saying, "Hey, teaching can get you into any field, anything, managing. You just learn all these management skills." So
And look where it
Chatterbait is
got
one
you
of
on
the places I
Chatterbait.
did not think I
Uh-huh.
could take those skills to.
You can take him to
Listen,
Chatterbait, Mo.
I love these guys. Don't get me wrong. I have so many good fans, but I just have to. I'm always teaching. Sometimes I feel like I'm still teaching my first graders. Like, no, you say this. You don't do that. Or I tell them
Mm,
3 times. I'm like, this is the last second time I'm going to say it.
Because you get like a lot of guys that are
Figure
like,
that out
oh,
of your ass. But no, I have a lot of great people, and the reason why is because I do run that tight ship. They don't want all that riff-raff listening to these guys. Oh, my dick is so big. Put it in a fucking tip note or get the fuck out.
there we go. That's what I'm
let's
talking
go.
about. Put it in a fucking tip note. So that's the stuff that you
because
don't
I'm
want to
not
hear.
there. I mean, I'm there to get my jollies and give you jollies. I ain't gonna do it for
Mhm.
free.
There you go.
I never met any woman that would.
So that's the stuff I was gonna ask you. You don't want to hear like stuff like that, or you especially demands, right? They're like, oh, do this right now.
Demands make my pussy so dry because I'm so dominant.
Right.
Oh, listen, I could be having the greatest show and someone give me a good girl or, I kind of cringe a bit.
You don't like that. You're
I'm like,
the
no, bitch, you're my bitch. I'm not a good girl. And
you're the dom. You're the dom.
Yeah.
Well, Mo, you got to bow down because he's supposed to be the dom too. But you got to bow down today. This is the bigger dom.
Oh, Mo, come on now.
That's definitely not happening. I don't know what he's talking about. That
No. We got
That's
room.
what I thought.
We got
You're gonna
room.
be a good boy.
We got room
Good boy.
for. We got room for.
Obedience.
We
I
got
like
room for
it.
all the doms today. So let me ask you
Obedience.
this. So you already said it before. You go from teaching to Chatterbait. How did that happen? How did you go from there to there?
My whole life is kind of like I grew up strict First Baptist church.
Mhm.
I thought sex was a sin. The first person I had sex with was a longtime boyfriend, and then my first husband. And I still, even in my early 20s, thought it was like sinful because that's what I had been taught. And so, I go into teaching and I love kids. I just absolutely, they're my passion, and education is as well. And so I teach, and then I also stay home with my children when I have them. I went back to teaching only to be close to my children.
Nice.
So that's how dominating I am. And I love teaching. I moved to Milf Mountain, the city, and they don't quite do what's best for children. And that's not what I stand for. I stand for what I believe is right. And they don't pay me enough money to do things that are not right for the kids.
Mhm.
And so one day the administration did something, and I said, listen, I do what's right for kids, and you're not. And so, peace out. And I packed up my classroom and I left, and I had a lot of sad parents, and I was sad. I loved teaching, but financially and just putting up with the city big schools that truly just don't care. I have a best friend, and he's 27, Mo. He's 27 today.
Nice.
And
Hey, another
Everybody's turning
Aquarius.
27.
he's a little gay guy. He's a little gay guy, so
Aw.
don't get chicks on. And we've been friends for like 11 years, which is so weird considering the 20-year age difference. And he's like, have you ever heard of Chaturbate? I'm like, no. I didn't even know what webcamming was. Like, nothing. So he's like, I think you would do really good. So I just nonchalantly just made a profile, had a shitty computer, no lights, no good camera. I didn't even like study it like I normally would because I just didn't think it would be something.
Mm-hmm.
I was a hit from the beginning. And then as you can see, I never have a lack for words. I've always been in front of people my whole life with modeling and pageants and sports and everything like that. And I'm just a natural born leader. And so, like, I love to talk. I love to perform. God gave me all this and this, and it just
Exactly.
worked out for me, and I love it. And I'm not like a big group type of person, and so the fact that I get to stay home is like perfect and make my own schedule, and
Hell yeah.
I can always be there if my kids need me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really great.
So when the pandemic happened, that was everything worked out because you already been on there, right? So you were already in home mode.
Yeah, I've been on it a little over 5 years.
I was just about to ask you that.
During COVID was the best time for webcam and OnlyFans.
I could imagine. That's when this guy put us on there. He was like, you know what? You guys are home all day. Why don't you guys check out Chatterbait? I was like, what? I put on that front page and I saw just thousands of fucking webcams. I was like, what is this? I was like, I never seen this in my life. I'm 27.
I didn't know about it either. So.
And I thought I would know about it. I've been watching porn since I was 14, so I was like, okay, I know everything by now. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
Look at this. I was like, wow. And like I said, there's a lot of characters on. Like you have a very unique show, in my opinion. Then you have people cooking naked. You have people doing this and that. It's a very interesting. It's not just like just masturbating to me. It's like there's like it's very entertaining.
No, that's the concept of this versus like mainstream porn, which I would never do. I don't judge it, but it's not something I would ever do. But it's because although I have to hide certain things about my life for my security,
of course,
my kids' safety. But what you're seeing is mostly my personality, and so people build bonds with those people. So I have tons of fans that literally follow me and tip me for my smile or my energy or my personality. So that's the difference between mainstream porn and like webcamming and OnlyFans, because you have a connection with them. You have this live talk. And a lot of people don't get that. They don't get it socially out or in. And so it's like, it brings them to where they think they have, or they do have friends. And I've made many fanships. I don't meet anyone, but virtually, I mean, there's so many people that I could count on if I needed to. And then they do bring me joy,
Right. So you do Chatterbait and that works out right away. When do you go and make an OnlyFans with that? Like that was pretty soon after that?
No, I started webcamming in December of 2017. No, 16. So it's been a little over 5 years. Yeah. And I didn't even have a Twitter or an Instagram. I opened those about 2 years ago, and then I deleted them about a year ago. If you want to know why, I can tell you. But I did OnlyFans. I started it in October 2017, but it didn't really do a lot with it because it wasn't like huge at that time. And then once I started getting really big, the OnlyFans got bigger, so I put more effort into that as well. And then I just shut down all my social media because people could see me naked on Twitter or see sexy pictures and everything on Instagram and think they could message me. No. So I just deleted those, and so they have to come see and talk to me on Chatterbait or OnlyFans.
And it works.
That's smart too.
It's freed up so much of my time, and it has made OnlyFans and Chatterbait even better for them, for me, and it was a good move.
Right. I was going to ask why you didn't have social media, because I remember you had said on the bio that you didn't. Yeah, it was. And
I also protect my children and stuff because, there are these shitheads out there that, want to publicize who I am or anything like that. And they have a different perception of what webcamming and everything is, And I don't want that out there for my kids. And then people, spread rumors and I don't need that.
Yeah, you've seen it. What happens in elementary school classes? With just anything.
It must be freeing though not to have all that.
Also, like I was almost 24 hours curvy model Milf Miss J, and I was losing my identity as a
person.
Mom, me, And so when I got rid of the social media, it just created a total balance for me that has been amazing and better for my fans.
I was gonna say it must be freeing not to have that, because I mean I wish I could do that. I'm sure a lot of us wish we could just cut off social media. So you're doing it big right now, and it's a lot.
And I wasn't afraid to do it. I knew that if I did it, my Chatterbait would get better and my OnlyFans would get better, and I was dead on right.
And it's probably a lot easier too, because me and Mo, well, I'm hearing my echo off you, Mo. Me and Mo, like we basically had it in the second half of our lives, but that shit is so addicting. Like once we were like 15, 16, like we're on it. Like you got it a lot later in your life, so it's probably a lot easier for you to be like, you're like, fuck this.
I turned 47 in December, so like the social media part. I mean, I had Facebook for a long time, but you know, and all those things is just gossip and bullies, haters, and I don't have time for that shit.
That's great. And now people that really want to get a hold of you can get a hold of you. And you're living like Batman. I had to put the MILF symbol in the air to get a hold of you, to get you on the show. Had to put the MILF icon in the sky. So that's great. When you first did Chaturbate, though, your friend just told you that you had never did anything like sexual on web before ever. How did that? You just said fuck it?
I've been a professional model since I was 14.
Okay.
I've been captain of 3 sports teams. I've been a world-class equestrian. I've been in front of cameras. Okay. And in modeling, there's one picture behind me. You probably can't see it.
We got bad vision, so we can't see. We can see it later.
But, you know, I have done a lot of, not really like pornographic pictures, but boudoir. This is a goddess, one in art gallery. So I've done a lot of modeling where, you know, I had to show off. And my mom said that when I was born, I never met a camera that I didn't like. And she thinks that I'll be this way when I'm 100. But no, I mean, it didn't bother me at all to show my body, because our bodies are beautiful and I love my body. I love to be in front of a camera, and I love to entertain people. So to me, it's just like, and I have brains, so I can make the money. So it's just, it just meshed so well, and it continues to. So I'm very grateful for
Definitely
it.
Definitely got brains for cutting off Instagram and Twitter. That was good.
I got brains when I got a master's degree. But
and,
when I cut off the social media, it certainly made me less pissed.
So you also offer, like, I saw you do like one-on-one. It's like a one-on-one. What is that called? Role play thing? That's what it is?
Private, yeah. When people take me to private on cam, I have certain role plays that I just won't do because it goes against my moral standards, even if it's role play. But yeah,
I'm sure you get a lot of wild requests.
Because I was a teacher. I have my real principal's paddle. So they love when I spank my ass with the principal's paddle, or I start yelling at them and saying, "I'm going to."
When they do the principal, like the teacher POV, they come in and they're like, "Oh, Miss J, like I forgot to bring my homework in," and then
they'll say something, and I'll get on to them, and people will start tipping them. Oh man, I love when you get mad and tell them. I'm like, yeah, well, that's not why I'm doing it, but but the role play, you know, of course, I get asked to do a lot of. Mommy role play, and that one is just not really something that I feel comfortable doing. I have 2 sons, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that. But I do, you know, I have the teacher fetish. There's so many role plays that you've never heard of that I still learn new things daily.
Give us some of the ones you didn't know about.
The giant.
Oh.
Giant.
Like the giant, like. Wow.
They want you to, well, of course I am like 5'9" and pretty much giant anyway, but they want you to have like little toy cars and little houses and little people, and you just pretend you're a giant.
What? Like little.
That's amazing.
Like little figures.
I don't have to do anything sexual.
Like little figures around you?
Like I'm masturbating and everybody on Chatterbait's masturbating. Do you know some of my biggest shows? I've never taken my clothes off. I've just shook my fat ass or batted my eyes or danced around. There's so many shows.
Cling. and you just hear them
And
Chatterbait bus
then
coming
my
in.
ass goes.
Yeah, and I've
Wow.
watched so many streams like that, and I've always said to myself, "How are you just sitting here with nothing happening for like 30 minutes?"
You know, because remember the
You
first
gotta
Chatterbait
have
stream
a
I
knack,
watched?
Mo.
Remember the first Chatterbait stream I watched, Mo? I watched it for like 4 hours with a girl. She was just smoking
Yeah.
naked, talking politics, and I was like, I'm just entertained right now. I don't even want to jerk off. This is
Yeah.
just entertaining.
And that's where I go back to where people just need that human contact.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day, I just went on, like I have my studio room, you know, downstairs. You've seen me cam in it. And then sometimes I've done kitchen shows. They love that. I haven't done those in a long time. I keep getting asked. I've done closet shows. They love that. I haven't done that
Closet.
in a while.
Just going into a closet
Shower
and just
shows.
chilling.
Like I have a huge closet, and I don't
I was
know
gonna
for
say,
some
how
reason
does
just
that
the
work?
fact that I was hiding in the closet. I don't know. It's just a different spot. But like the other night, I just turned my crappy camera on and computer, not the one from my studio downstairs. And I just put chill chat, tip if you want. I had no tip menu in. I did not have the activated toy in. I had my hair up. I had no makeup on. I was just wearing my comfy clothes. I just railed it out.
Cling,
And
cling, cling, cling,
they
cling,
just
cling,
wanted
cling,
to
cling,
talk.
cling.
And I let the what's called gray users, that means they don't own tokens.
Uh-huh.
I let them chat, and they can't tip, but I never let them chat in the real camp show because they piss me off too much. And I like,
They're talking about how big their dick is.
because they're always like, do this, do that. I mean, like, dude, no.
Wow. So you enjoy the interaction as well, though. You enjoy
I do. I
talking to
love
them.
it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love the good and the bad interaction. It's fun as fuck. Oftentimes, when I get super pissed off, that's going to be my best orgasm and when I'm the horniest.
There you go.
honestly.
That's you gotta give a cheer for that. Best orgasm. Gotta give a cheer for
But
that.
there are shows where it's just like the right group of people and they're doing the right things, and I'm literally having a fucking blast
What is the right thing?
And-
What's the rightest thing?
with the right like combination of people in the room and what's going on. Some shows just go epic like that, and then there's some that super good and then it slows down to nothing, then super good, then nothing. And so I, as you can see, like to talk and move around, and so I don't deal well with silence or anything. So I'm like, do something.
How long do you stream for usually? A couple hours?
Kind of the rule of thumb is 3 hours, but when I first started, I worked my ass off to build it up. I worked 8 to 10 hours a day, and now what I made in 8 to 10 hours a day, I can make in 30 minutes. So it's funny. But I'm not, trying to live a luxury lifestyle or whatever. My goal is just to provide for my kids, get them off to college. I enjoy doing this. If I was wanting to be, super rich or whatever, I could easily do that. But I do well, and I'm thankful for my fans. But it's just like going to the movies. You're paying for a service.
Yes.
You're paying for entertainment. And that's what I try to preach to them. Like, keep in mind that, that I'm working, I'm entertaining you. And the only way I can entertain you is if you provide the tips for certain things or whatever, so that I can provide a good show. Right. And get horny and come and squirt.
What's your favorite thing to get tipped to do?
Well, my ass is always a favorite, So
like with the paddle?
What?
Like with the paddle or something?
I do like to spank. That's one dominant thing that I would let a guy do, is to spank me hard. But that's the one not so dominant. But I'm the one telling him to do it. Do it. Fucking spank me, hit me harder,
So you like being a dominant one, even in like your personal relationships, and I'm sure a lot of guys are cool with that, though, right? You don't have a problem with that.
If they're not cool with it, they're not going to be laying beside me.
There you go. That's.
I've had guys be like, wow, they're dominant, and they're like, I'll do whatever you say. I'm like, that's right. I really think that I would be a great dominatrix, but
I was gonna ask if you've done that.
I'm too scared to do I'm not
Why?
scared. I don't scare. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to do anything one-on-one without protection, like a bodyguard or something. And so, but I would definitely, that would be, I would love that.
Like smacking guys and you do all that?
Oh yeah. Before I did Chatterbait, this one guy, he was like a bodybuilder and he owned a gym, and he would literally come over to my house for me to just like beat the fuck out of his balls and kick him, squeeze him, and just ball busting. And I am a very sweet person too, though. Keep in mind, I don't know if you saw the sweet part on Chatterbait, but like I'm good to my people. But I'm like the best person you can know if you treat me right. But if you fuck me over, I will fucking ice you out and probably get some revenge. But anyway, this guy like literally paid me $500 just to like punch his balls. I mean, I'd be like hurting them so bad, but that's what he wanted. And then afterwards, I'd always have an ice pack and be like, I'm sorry. And because I felt bad, but that was his thing. And I did enjoy that.
I'm hurt right now. Are you hurting, Mo?
Oh, I'm hurting for him.
My balls hurt. My balls are in pain. My balls are screaming right now. Just thinking about what you would have done. What did you do?
This was some big guy, like big bodybuilder, owned a gym. I mean, you would not expect that someone like that would want that.
What did you have to do? You have to like punch him, like stomp on him?
Oh, I would kick, and I was fully clothed. I would kick like straight up, boom, like this up his crotch. And I'm strong. And I punched, I pulled him out as far as I could. I would squeeze them.
The old elastic ball trick.
They were so red and swollen and bruised when I was done.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Wow, 500 bones, though, for that, huh?
Yeah, that was before I webcam. That was just a guy I met to go on a date with.
So that was kind of like your first, like, sexual thing you did? That was
my first introduction to, like, okay, some guys have some unique fetishes. And as long as it's not, well, I guess I was hurting him, but as long as it's not hurting anyone, I'm fine with the fetishes. And it's online. It's,
right.
If it's something that I'm a little uncomfortable doing, I'll just make them say, I know, I understand this is role play, Miss J. And then,
so how do you get into the process, like when, there is something somebody wants or you are interested in trying something different? Like, how do you get yourself into the process of trying it out? Or are you the type of person
hype yourself up to take somebody's balls?
No, I'm saying like when you want to try something new, because I find that interesting because I feel like
try something new on.
I guess he means
sexually, like you said, you're not into the domination thing, right? You would like to do it, but you have to be comfortable and all that.
In the past few years, I never even thought about it, but a couple of years, 3 or 4 years ago, I had a boyfriend, and I don't know, he just had a cute booty, and so I would always like touch it or whatever, and ended up like I pegged the fuck out of him by the time our relationship was over. And I fucking loved it. I felt so powerful. I actually wanted to be like a guy because I pound his little ass and tell him to take it like a little bitch. And so I did like that.
It went from touching his ass to pounding it out with a strap on. What a love story.
What a love story. Well, the love story ended, but still.
Did he ask or did you ask?
Not because of that, because he wanted it a little bit more, if you know what I mean. I was gonna, not by me. By
I was gonna say, like, did that
and you wasn't ready for a 3?
I don't think he wanted
cool with me unless I was part of it.
She didn't say. I was gonna say she didn't say he wanted a threesome. She said that he wanted to go fuck a guy.
Oh wow.
She didn't like that.
He did.
Yeah. I'm saying he said he wanted to go bang a guy.
Behind my back. It would have been fine if I could have watched and told what to do.
At that point, it's basically cheating.
I could have orchestrated it and been involved, but it was done behind my back, so out the door he went. Yeah,
because that's cheating at that point. If you're involved, that's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much cheating. So.
Who asked for the peg? Who was the one that initiated that? You or him?
Well, I think like at first when I would try to touch him there, he would like move me like politely. And then I could just tell that he was liking it. And so I have a dirty mouth, especially with sexual dirty talk. And so I just did this scenario like that I was the teacher, and I was keeping him and some other guys in the gym after the football game, and they were showering. And then I was like, I just role played it on like, now you start sucking him, and then he's gonna, and that's just we kind of role played a lot of stuff. And then it was like toys, and then it was pegging, and then it was him going to do real guys.
And that's how you fucking tell us.
And that's how you
Damn.
Wait. So hold on, because
take lessons.
And that's how I learned. Be careful on the role play with a guy you like.
Did you know he liked guys before that? You said that you had, I don't know if you just like made up a scenario with the guy in like just right now, but you said the scenario was you had him after school with him and a bunch of other football players in the shower. And you told him
that was the fantasy that I was saying, like how you asked how I got to the pegging.
Right. But what you said was
so
you told him
just do these, in bed when we were having sex. I would just make up some random, fantasy.
But you told him
story.
to suck another guy off in the fantasy?
Yeah, and so and so then I could tell like it kind of turned him on because I just kept going with it to see how far, and then it went too far, and I realized. But so I don't know if like I caused that. I couldn't have caused that.
That's a pretty telltale sign if you tell him to go suck another football player off, and he was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Right?
Got hard as a rock, and then I pegged his ass. Yeah.
Wow, nothing wrong with that though. Not shaming. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at
there
all.
is- I don't. No, the only thing that was wrong with it is that he did it behind my back. So.
Right, there you go. All right. So, did you peg any guys after that, or is that like a new thing?
No, he's the only one. That kind of stung there. So,
Because you liked it so much.
Huh?
It stung because you liked it. You wanted to keep doing it.
It stung because I was in a relationship with this guy. And, yeah.
And then he wants to go cheat.
Actually, since he and I have broken up, I have only had sex with one guy. And so for the past year and a half, it's like once a month.
Wow.
I'm backed up, boys. I flag it on Chatterbait.
How many days do you do Chatterbait in the week?
I try to do almost every day of the week. There's sometimes where I'm just too exhausted. I run a house. I have teenage sons going to college. I do investments. I do a lot of things, and so I try my best. And then sometimes the age gets to me. Like if I have a banging show, I mean, people don't realize like this is hard on your body. Mm-hmm. I mean, you see me, I move around all the time,
squirting all day,
putting stuff in and out of me. I'm talking nonstop. I'm dancing, and some days I just get like the next day I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. So
that was my question. It's like if you're doing Chatterbait every day for like 3 to 5 hours a day, do you even want to have sex or masturbate after that? Like
I do. There's a lot of times when I log off of Chatterbait that I'll get my black vibrator. That's my go-to choice. And I'll just have my own personal time because I was so energized by the men on the camp. I have men and women and couples that watch and enjoy me, so that's fun.
Nice. And you like an Onlyfans? You like do you like Onlyfans better? Do you like doing Chatterbait better? You like Chatterbait better? Why is that?
I like to be live.
Oh, okay. You can't go live on Onlyfans, right? Can you?
Yeah, but I don't. That's not. I mean, there again, when you get all these things going, no, you can only see me live on Chatterbait, and you can see pictures, content, my real life, on OnlyFans, and send me pictures, send me messages.
You're very focused. You're keeping things focused, allocated in the right places. I got to learn from. I got to learn from you more. You putting stuff in the right places there. That's great.
Beauty and brains, baby.
What was I gonna say? So when OnlyFans did that thing where they were gonna shut you down. Is everything cool now with them? What's it like on OnlyFans
they
now?
realized they were going to be in poverty in one day because we make the money for them.
That was dumb.
And
That
they
was
changed that
dumb.
real quick.
That was so dumb. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna move more to fitness influencers and chefs, and I was like, who's going to see that?
Guess what? I can YouTube how to cook fucking something.
You should.
Yeah.
That'll be a great show. Cut this fucking
I
lemon.
have kitchen shows. People miss my kitchen shows, but then I was erotic. I was like fucking a toy on the counter, of my kitchen. So
Well, if you start a cooking show on YouTube, let us know. I think it'll be great. Cook this fucking chicken right, you dorks. All right, make sure it's not pink. Mo, do you have any questions?
No, I like the banter like I'm having with you guys. I like that banter with the live cam a lot because, they'll see my face. I'll say something dead ass serious and then I'll just give that little smirk. And you just got to figure out my personality,
No, it's great because I would see like a lot of Chatterbait girls or whatever, like they'll get messages like you get and they're just like, oh, like.
Or they'll get shit. They won't even back and say thank you. See, I don't like that. I feel like I say thank you like 1 million times a day, and it's just in me. Was a military wife and brought up right, and so
right.
I have to like stop myself sometimes. Like they don't want to just hear thank you all the time, but I feel like I need to.
I'm the same way. I say thank you for nothing sometimes. Like why am I saying thank you?
I know.
Why am I even responding with
because
that?
Because they are providing me something I enjoy to do, and something I can do from home, and something that provides well and that I'm good at. So I want to appreciate the ones who are there for me.
Right.
Yeah. That makes.
Go ahead, Mo. You have something to say? Oh, you muted yourself? I think he muted himself. Well, you're not like the girls that just, or the guys that'll just stand there like in front of the camera and just be like this, just like a mime or something. That's like the other end of the spectrum. That's the other end of the spectrum. They ain't saying shit. They're just like, with the O mouth or whatever. It's just like, oh, you just hear.
But if you'll notice, the ones who are making the money are the ones who are interacting like I do. And because of that personal connection that they want. If you just want to see someone masturbate and be fake, go watch mainstream porn. I'm not downing it. I'm just saying, and it's just bad acting, and you don't have a personal connection with that person.
Right. It's like anything. It's like Twitch or anything live. You want to be engaged with the audience. We go live on Instagram, and we don't just sit there and look at people. We add people, talk to them, tell them about our day. Did you have something you want to ask, Mo?
No, I first I want to say this is awesome because, when we first started the show, this is, one of our first subjects, and
it was.
I'm Chatterbait, talking about Chatterbait and all that. So to come back to it, I'm excited. And right now, y'all see me right now. If I see a little anxious, it's because I got family here, and I'm just fucking like.
Yeah, we started talking about. We're almost 2 years into the show, so it took us this long. Yeah, we started talking about Chatterbait pretty early. We even got a nice care package from them. We got shirts, we got stickers and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm flattered that you had me on.
Like I said, as soon as I saw you talking shit, I was like, "That's our girl right there. That's the one." Because you're just like us.
Yeah.
Just like us.
It's so funny because if someone will say something that my normal group knows, they'll be like, "Oh, buddy, you just fucked up." They'll like write that. "Oh, dude, don't. But say you're sorry quick."
Do you have any kind of like relationship with Chatterbait? Do they send you stuff? Do they like what? How is it working with them? Is it just
Next question.
Okay. All right. Next question.
Okay.
Oh, do you have any questions? I know you got.
First of all, Chatterbait, you can't just treat us right.
You gotta treat the MILFs right.
You gotta
treat the MILFs right. What else you got, Mo? Anything?
All right, so you about to get my excitement.
Now the platform treats me well because I have that platform. So
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome. So now you're about to get my excitement. I was just sitting here shaking with excitement.
Your excitement.
I was excited.
BBC.
I was excited. So you about to it's my turn to be the Dom right now. One of the things I was really, fascinated by was just like the transition you had from the education and everything else like that. And I wanted to ask you on that. I should have stopped you at the beginning, but I was too excited. What I wanted to ask about that was, do you ask her if you have any regrets, or do you ever feel like you would wanted to go back to that?
To teaching?
I miss the teaching children so much. But honestly, I'm still saying and doing the same things. Like, no, talk right, say hello, use your manners, be a man. You know.
Yeah.
I'm like their counselor. I'm their dating coach on Chatterbait. It's a lot of teaching still, but I do miss the children, the students, but you know, the work that I would put into it and the pay that I would get, and then I'd put half my money back into my students and classroom.
Yeah.
Like that part, no. I did like teaching in Missouri, where I'm from, because it's a small school. But no, I would never go back. I would never go to any career besides this. So I'm just hoping my body and everything can hold out another 10 years. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll be the oldest gilf on Chatterbait in 20 years.
Let me ask you this. Are you good at math? Can you still teach math?
Pretty good.
Because I need a math tutor. I'm probably at a second grade level, so I don't know if we can, if you want to be my math tutor.
First grade level, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, first grade's great. I'm probably there too. I'm probably there. So I don't know if you do. I don't know if you have a math tutoring service, but I could definitely use that. I think.
I'm serious. I'm going to. I already help guys create dating sites, how to talk to a MILF, how to not become a virgin anymore, how to find a real girlfriend, how to find a MILF. I have gotten so many people married, de-virginized, learn how to get their Tinder profile looked at or any dating profile. And so my goal in the future, well, I'm going to write a few books. One is going to be Man Camp 101 because y'all need it.
Entrepreneur.
And it's my duty to change one man at a time to have chivalry and know how to treat a woman.
There you go.
I mean, you can be like as corny as you can be, but you can still treat me like a woman and a person and a lady, And they need to learn that. And then another one, I think that, I'm going to do some sort of consulting and help these guys, and they're genuine when they come to me for help. And I love helping. Like the first guy, when I first started camming, he was an older gentleman in his 70s, and he was a widow. He had been married for many years. And he had these women taking advantage of him because he was looking on Craigslist and things like that, prostitutes basically.
Oh, of course, yeah. You're not gonna find a girlfriend. You're not gonna find a girlfriend on Craigslist.
Yeah, and so anyway, he was a sweet man, and so I helped him. Okay, let's set you up a dating site, and then ask me if you need to know how to respond to someone. And he was married within 6 months and so happy. It made me.
Whoa! Look at you changing the world, changing the motherfucking world.
And virgins, I've taught them how to act like a person so they can get their dick sucked and someone sit their pussy on them. So Well, it's just some little changes. And so I hope to have a real consulting business like that, because I do have the knowledge, and especially with Chatterbait, I've seen it, heard it all. And I am very outspoken and knowledgeable, and I'm looking forward to that. Or something like y'all do. Those type of things are what I'm looking for in the future to do.
Nah, that's awesome, because a lot of dudes really do need that help.
They do, and they know that. I'm not making fun of them. They know, or and so they want to learn. That's great. I love that.
Yeah, because I was going to ask if people come with questions like that in your DMs or in Onlyfans, if people do reach out to you for legitimate help. So they do.
What was your first part of the question?
No, that's what I was going to say. I was going to ask you. You already answered the question. Do guys actually come to you with questions and concerns in your DM? So you're out there doing it. What were you going to say, Mo?
Now, what I was going to say is just interesting because, when I was on Chatterbait, when it was popping, when it really was popping on and people was a little niche and that everybody was just hiding, it was a secret. And it was only a small amount of people on the site at the time. And the conversations of how they went and how people were on there was so weird. It was creepy. Like it really was.
That's why I don't let them talk. And I have taught them long enough that they must, unless it's someone new that pops in, they know how to act in my room. And that's why I have quality people that tip, because they don't have to listen to that bullshit that other cam models allow happen.
Right.
And every cam model needs to run their room how they want to run it. Don't get me wrong, but that I prefer to run my room where it doesn't. Certain things don't bother me. Certain things don't bother my fans, so I can have a good show and they can, enjoy it, and it can be a good time.
Crack the whip. You got to crack the whip on them. Right. Let them know how it goes.
Yeah, I literally can't stop it. It's just the way I am. It's the way I'm always going to be. I always tell them it ain't going to work today. Didn't work yesterday. It ain't going to work tomorrow. Don't tell me what to do.
You're in the right group. I'll tell you that, because that's how we operate around here. There's always some kind of fight or something going on because we don't know how to. We don't hold our tongue.
I don't hold anything that I believe in.
So
and that's in all aspects of my life. I'm very outspoken. I'm not saying that it doesn't get me in trouble a lot, but it's who I am.
Today is Valentine's Day, and we just released a Valentine's Day special, which you said you heard some of, right? You heard some of the Valentine's Day special. I'm glad you enjoyed that. And usually we did have Mo giving tips on that episode, which were great. And you already said you like giving advice. So do you have any tips you'd like to give for some Valentine's Day sex tips for the guys or anything like that? Do you have anything you want to share?
Sex tips?
Yeah, you got anything you want to drop?
Here's my thing that I always tell the people, my boys on Chatterbait. And
let's hear it.
Listen, you speak to the woman, right? And you please her multiple times. And you give her that atta girl, which she's pleasing you, and you're making noise and say, yes, you're sucking that cock so good.
That cock good.
She gotta get on that cock hard. Now, if you're just sitting there mute and not moving around, same thing with me when I'm performing. If I'm performing and I ain't hearing anything or feeling anything, then how can I think that I'm doing a good job and just want to hop on that cock?
Open your mouth.
No. You please the woman, and then you tell her, give her a lot of atta-girls. Yeah. The same thing with the women. Give them some atta-boys, and they're going to fuck you good.
Nice. Good. Nice tip. There we go. There we go.
And let me just tell you, I'm a class act woman, or I think I am. And listen, I want to be thrown down in fact. I don't need this giggly-gobbly, romantic, passionate kisses. Fuck me, and then you could cuddle and kiss me fucking later.
Bam, there you go. Look at that. Now you're getting some words, some wise words. This is to get fucked right. I think that, listen, Mo, let me tell you this right now. You get, your sex tips are always the great. I think she got it this time. I think she got it this year. I think she got you this year. I think she got you for the last 2 years.
She got me. It was perfect. The tone, it was professional.
You did a great job. You did a great job. Well, you taught the boys something. And some of the girl, anything for the
out of my mouth. Like some things that I say, I'm like, oh dear God, where did that even come from? Like this just flows out of my mouth.
No, that was great. Anything for the ladies? Any sex tips for the ladies?
For the ladies, demand to be treated right, and just, I say it for both. Like I said, give them some attaboys or give her some attagirls. For a woman, if you're just gonna lay there and be a jellyfish with no fucking backbone and speak up, what guy wants that? Nobody wants a fucking jellyfish. Stand up for who you are. Be a confident woman.
Say something.
Get on that cock, and he'll get on you. And that's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
It don't get much better than that. Since today is Valentine's Day, do you have a Valentine?
So I was just about to ask her too.
All my fans this morning.
Oh, there we go. She got tons. She got 40,000. How many do you have?
400,000.
400,000 Valentines, baby. That's
But
great.
I did get sweet cards from my sons, and then I got some mystery roses yesterday. I don't know who they're from.
Interesting.
Are these the ones with the like those Steven Singer gold roses? Or are they regular roses? What kind of
No, they're
roses?
just like from a local shop, so it has to be someone I know personally, not a fan. I don't know who it is.
Nice. That's a secret admirer, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty picky these days with men, and I really, to be quite honest, right now, I'm very happy with just pleasing my fans and my fans pleasing me. I do have the one guy that, I mean, we're friends with benefits for like 15 months, but like it's either going to have to progress further or it's going to have to stop because, you know, you start to catch feelings after a while.
Yeah.
And then if it becomes more hurtful, then it becomes beneficial, then, you know, I got to cut him loose. So.
Right.
Well, he's got a little bit more chance, but we'll see.
You think he's the one that's going to be catching feelings first? Is that what you're saying?
I know he has feelings and I have feelings, but he has major walls up. And then when he puts the walls up, I have to put it up to protect. But he has bipolar, and I'm very, very considerate of that. I suffer from mental illness. My first husband was killed in a car accident in front of me and our best friend on my wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And so, you know, I've been through a lot and I persevered over all of it. And so I try to be very patient with mental health because I had no mental health issues. And now, you know, I suffer with PTSD, depression, anxiety. I've got a good check on it now. But for 20 some years, I suffered with it. And so I try to be empathetic to people at times on cam because of that. And I'm trying to be very empathetic with him. And also on this aspect, I've had many fans tell me that I am the reason that they keep going because they've had bad things in their life, because they know my story. And they see me persevere, and I give them hope. And if someone has a problem, one of my fans, I've spent hours talking to them, not getting paid, trying to help them through and know that someone is there for you and don't give up. And it's, you know, don't hurt yourself. Don't, you know, so I feel really proud in that aspect. And you wouldn't think that about what I do for work. But that's where that, you know, that one-on-one personal connection comes, which is why webcamming and Onlyfans are so popular.
Yeah, that's great. That's always great to hear. We hear stuff like that sometimes, and, you know, it's great to know that, you know, you're making an impact.
Right. And I always try to have a smile. Some people come in just to get a smile from me.
Well, like we said, you're not just sitting there looking at the camera. So you got a lot of people beat. So you got feelings for the guy. He got
one, and I'm moving around the most.
You got feelings for the guy. He got feelings for you, and you want to proceed, but he doesn't. Is that what you were saying? No, you were saying the guy that you.
My friend.
Yeah, you were saying that you both got feelings for each other, and he wants to proceed.
Honestly, he has untreated bipolar, and I know he works a lot of hours, and I think he's had a couple of relationships that hurt him. You know, we've discussed that. And so he'll like put down some walls and we'll have like this great connection. And then it's like we make one step forward and then he'll go 3 steps back. And I know it's not me. I know he's scared. And I know that he has feelings for me, but after this long of time, I can't keep playing this because I have feelings for him and I know he has feelings for me. So it's like, I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for a few texts a day for him to say he cares about me. And I only have time to maybe fuck someone once every 2 weeks. So like he would have it made. Right. And he says I'm the best fuck he's ever had. And you know, most beautiful person. I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully things work out. Hopefully he, you know, wakes up a little bit, starts sending some texts.
If not, I've had 2 amazing husbands, so I'm going to call that a win. And if I don't have anything else, for the rest of my life. Personally, I've got all these wonderful connections that I love to have on Chatterbait and OnlyFans.
Right. Well, we wish you the best with that aspect of your life.
Yeah.
Mo, do you have anything you want to?
That's a fulfilling life. That's the first thing I'm gonna just say. Like all her needs, personally, emotionally, physically, so far is being met, and I think that's what really the part of it that I really like and enjoy is that it's just more than just the sex. When she's talking about it, and the people really matter to her, and I love that part. And I was just thinking to myself the entire time, I was like, wow. Maybe I should have just hopped on OnlyFans like Gritty and Justin told me.
We told them to make an OnlyFans like when the pandemic was happening. Get in on it. I mean, it's still around.
Yeah, OnlyFans is good. It's a good platform. It really is.
Let's say Mo was to get on OnlyFans. Let's say you know somebody who's trying to get on OnlyFans or Chatterbait. You got any advice for the young guns? Anybody that's just getting in the game?
You have to have a prior audience and following. Mm-hmm. No one would join my OnlyFans if they didn't see me live on Chatterbait.
Right.
How else would you know about it? Especially with no social media. I've never known anyone to join my OnlyFans that just randomly saw a picture of me on Instagram or Twitter when I had it, or someone suggested it. It's always someone. So you have to have that audience and fan base that want to know more about you or see more about you. So I don't think that, you guys obviously have an audience. So I don't know, Mo, what are you going to do?
It's funny that you said about Chatterbait because my little secret, there was a few years ago, I actually tried to sign up for Chatterbait. I don't remember the reason why I did that, but it just didn't go through and didn't understand the site. So I just didn't finish it. But it's always a thought, that there's always a part of me. I love education. I love working and everything else like that.
Well, I will tell you, that's against.
Exactly. So it was hard for me to just decide, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas like, there's this part of me where like I've always known about when it comes to sex. It's like when I was younger, they would be like, what are you good at? And I always knew I was good at sex. And my whole idea in my head, when I got to a certain age, I was like, oh, we're just going to the porn industry. And because I knew I would be okay in that industry. Like I was confident enough in that. But, other things happen and other interests happen. But, socially, morally, my brain kept saying, oh, don't do
And I had trouble with that for a long time because I grew up such strict Baptist and morals and values. I had a family, I had children. And so it took me a while to realize that a lot of the things that the guys were saying were strictly just fantasy. And then I'm the beautiful actress to fulfill it. And so, when people do find out what I do, obviously they have a bad judgment of it. They think, oh, she's a prostitute. She's does mainstream porn. No, I work from my house on my own terms. I'm the boss. Nobody is touching me unless I choose for OnlyFans. And I can be here for my kids and I pay hella taxes. So and it's the hardest, most exhausting job I've ever had. And I taught first grade. So people who think that we don't work hard, a joke, that it's not a real job, a joke, that we're all prostitutes and all we think about is sex, a joke. I have people who just think, some of the not so nice ones, just like, send me a picture. Bitch, I'm in bed or I'm cleaning my house or I'm taking a shower or I'm going to the bathroom. I am a real person, I'm just not fucking, rubbing my pussy 24 hours a day. I have to sleep. I'm a mother. I'm a citizen. It's like...
Got shit to do.
I'm trying to clear that up with people. Now, are there some cam girls that maybe live a different lifestyle? Of course. And that's their priority. That's their prerogative and their choice. And I respect that. But I do not like getting that label that I'm this,
like one-dimensional thing,
hoish person that just sleeps with anyone. No, Do I love to show my body and perform? Hell yeah. But
Same way, I feel the same way, and every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, I have a great body. I just, and I just tell, and I know that
I
shit.
walk by the mirror and I'm like, damn, I'm pretty.
I'm like, my thing is like, all I need is this. Everything else is working. It's fine. It works. It does its thing. And that was just what you just said about socially and society. That's still my fear about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and if you choose to do that, your education career will be done.
Exactly.
I cannot go back to education because this would get out, and that's unethical as an educator.
Exactly.
And I'm okay with that. I retired in Missouri. I already retired. I already have my years. So I do miss the kids and all that, but, you know. And when I explained to my almost 18, 19-year-old sons, you know, at an appropriate age, you know, I told them what I do at the right terms to speak to my children. And I'm like, just think, here's how I put it. Let's pick a big movie star, Tom Cruise or something. Say he does a movie where he's some serial killer or rapist or whatever. Do we think that's what he is then in real life? No. Is my name Curvy Model Milf? It is for webcam. It's not on my driver's license. You know, so I want that to be an understanding. But I enjoy it. I do get off. I do love showing my body. I love getting other people off, but it needs to be in the right way where they are respecting my room rules. They are respecting my other fans, and they are doing something to engage in me so that I can perform.
Do your family, like, are you close with like a lot of family and friends? Do they react negatively, positively to what you do?
My mom is like the best woman in the world. She doesn't understand it. You know, she's 74. She knows that I've always loved attention. I mean, she knows that I've always gotten male attention from the time I was 12, you know, like, because I don't want to brag, but I've been a stunner. And
you look good.
Thank you. You should have seen me younger. But anyway, so they know that I've always had a lot of male attention, and my children as well, because they have to hear the whistling and the everything everywhere we go, or people coming up to me and asking me out and things like that. And so my dad, of course, I don't think he knows, but he thinks, you know, he's God's right-hand man. So that would be bad. But he also knows that I do what I do and nobody tells me what to do. And my family is very loving and supportive. I mean, I'm a great mother. I'm an outstanding mother. I'm an outstanding citizen. I'm a good person. I don't break the law, and I pay hella taxes. So what's the fuck wrong with what I'm doing? Nothing.
No.
We were born naked.
When you pay the taxes, right?
I'm using the skills God gave me, which was a fucking brain and a fucking body and the confidence to do it.
This is a random question. When you pay the taxes and stuff, right? Are you personally, like, when you say what you do, is that personal, or like do you have like an LLC or an incorporation on yourself?
I'm a corporation.
Okay,
so
good. There we go.
Like,
there we go.
I am a corporation, so yeah.
Why did I even ask?
And I pay hella taxes. So
okay.
So if you're looking forward to tax season to come to get money back, then you in the wrong tax bracket, baby.
Money's coming out. Money is coming out. So
but I'm not. I mean, but I appreciate and I work hard for that money. And like I said, it's not just like, oh, because she's pretty, she gets money. No, I'm providing a good service. And I enjoy it.
Putting in that work. Putting in that work.
Work.
Let's get a little more advice. One or two more pieces of advice. Yeah. Okay.
Man Camp 101. Here we go.
Let's get a preview of that book. What does it take?
Literally, I'm gonna have to start from day, like literally walking up to a woman and going,
Let's not do that. Let's not do
Every
it.
time they do it on cam, I'm like,
Let's not do that.
I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, do you walk up to a group of people, a pretty woman, and go,
Like she's a fucking ice cream cone?
You can't say hi.
Like, don't treat them like
you
you're
know,
at the.
I understand it's a sex site and all that, but don't come in my room and welcome yourself as,
Don't treat it like a zoo. Okay, don't walk up like it's an exhibit.
I always say, take care of your family first and yourself, your bills, before you ever tip me, because I would be so upset if anyone ever
That's
took
good.
away from their family.
You will.
I would
mean,
be devastated.
you rarely hear any cam girl say that
Never.
shit right there.
Oh,
Wow,
my boys know. Thank you. My boys know that. But here's my rule: if you want to come in and enjoy my show, and you don't plan on tipping that day, then come in, say hello, ask me how I'm doing, give me a compliment, and then shut the fuck up.
Boom.
Yes.
Unless you're one of my regulars, like my high rollers, you know, they can talk to me, but they can't say anything dirty unless it's in a tip note. I don't care if you tip me 100,000 tokens or 1 token. If you're talking dirty, it better be in a fucking tip note.
What's the most you made in one donation? Can you say?
1 tip
Yeah.
on cam?
Yeah.
Yeah. The money might change my whole mind in life.
Yeah. Mo might throw away his teaching degree after this.
Like, yeah.
$10,000.
Whoa, 10 grand on
Wow.
Chatterbait alone,
And
just
keep
one.
in mind,
So I'm texting my girl right now.
the people who are buying the Chatterbait tokens pay double what I get.
Do they?
That's true.
I
Oh
only
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
half.
Right. Okay.
So
So they
for
dropped
me
20.
to get 10,000, then they spent,
Ooh, my man dropped 20 grand.
Mhm.
and then people would cash at me a lot. I'll say, "Oh, I need a nail daddy." I broke a nail, or I have the feet fetish people that want to pay for my nails so they can pick the color and see my feet. Feet fetish is a big one, but I do have really pretty feet.
What is something that you get off that somebody wants to pay you for? You're like, no, definitely not doing that.
I mean, there are people who have like, I don't even want to say it because
I think I know where this is going.
fetishes. Like, dude, I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, thank you. Somebody.
Or queef. I'm like, I don't even want to hear that fucking word. It makes me want to vomit.
I love this.
I don't like anyone to say, "Will you do camel toe?" No, go look at a camel. Fuck you. That to me, I don't like that. So there's things that I don't like.
Porn. I hate fart porn, and let me tell you right now, one of these guys sent me a fart porn DVD that I have to watch for the Christmas for the 6-hour special, and I'm gonna hate it. So you don't do fart porn stuff. Now I like you even more now. Now I like you even more. She said no to the farts. Fuck that.
No to that. No to any.
And when people pick your nails,
I say no to anything that's against the Chatterbait rules, obviously, and anything that goes against my moral compass as an actress doing this.
when people pick your nails, do you ever when people pick your nails, do you ever have to walk around for like a week with the most ugliest fucking color because they picked like the hideous shit?
Before. One time there was an eggshell blue and it looked like snot. And it didn't look good on my skin. And so the next time they wanted to pay, I said, I'm picking the color.
Yeah. And if they like to get dom, that's great because they don't say shit. They're just like, all right, whatever. Yeah, sure. And what color? What's your favorite color?
Mine?
Yeah, for the nails.
Pink. Well, for the nails, I like to do like dark to go with my skin. But my favorite color is just pink.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Right.
So by the way, I actually bought a woman a dildo one time from online who was sending me videos. I was doing private stuff. I've bought.
Oh, okay.
Bought a cam girl.
Yep, a cam.
Yeah, no. When I first started, like I said, I had an old crappy computer. I didn't even know what I was doing. I knew nothing about the apps or bots. Like, as an educated person, I felt like after I'm like, are you stupid? You didn't even study it. You didn't even do anything because I just didn't think it was a thing. I didn't know it would turn into this. And I thank my best friend every day that he turned me on to this because it's been life-changing. And it's just been so much fun. And and provides so well, and it keeps me in shape. It keeps me looking, making myself look young. And what I pride myself on is that I'm all natural. These are fake nails, but the rest of me is real with no work. And we'll see how long that will last. But I've been pretty blessed genetically. But I don't know, what was our original question there? I can squirrel off to like a million subjects.
That's fine.
No, it's awesome.
That's how it's a conversation. Don't worry about it. So when I asked you that for the $10,000 donation, if that was the most you got on Chatterbait, was that the most you got ever? That 10,000 was that?
That would be like a one-time tip most. When I first started camming, like these fans are amazing. I had the crappy computer. One guy bought me about $5,000 worth of camera equipment, computer, and sex toys to help me get started.
That's an investor.
I've had so many bless me with the equipment needed to succeed. And that really means a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That man was a first investor.
Yeah, but back to where I was saying that I tell my fans, do not ever tip me. You take care of your fan. They'll come and be like, I'm sorry, Curvy or Miss J or Queen or whatever they call me. And they'll be like, I'm out, I got laid off. And I'm like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm like, stay and watch, say hi to me, catch me when you can, And another thing, like if I do a squirt show or whatever, and only like maybe 3 or 4 are the main tippers. And then after I'll be like, I know everyone can't tip, but if you enjoyed that, when you do have a few tokens, remember me, I know everyone can't tip every day, and I know everyone can't tip a lot. My main thing is then just don't fill my chat up with a bunch of random talk. Like come in, say hi, give me a compliment if you want, ask me something. But then if you don't have the funds or you don't want to contribute, then I just ask that you just sit back and be quiet. And when you can, then do it. But my main thing is, and I know that sounds weird from a cam girl, but I would be devastated if someone didn't take care of their family and tip me over it. It's just, I can't.
Listen, guys, tell your partners, if you do have a girlfriend, tell your partner about it. I just told my partner. It's not that serious.
You just told her?
Like, I've told her a while ago.
Oh, I think you mean you just told her before the show.
I think this is a great outlet also for men to get their jollies somewhere else without officially cheating. I don't, if I had a man, I would want him, if he needed something other than me, but he needs his head checked first, if that's the case. But you guys didn't even laugh about that.
I was drinking, so I didn't want to spit on my mic. You saw me drinking that Snapple.
You guys didn't even say anything.
You saw me drinking. Right. You saw me drinking my Snapple. I don't know about him. I didn't want to spit on my mic.
I was just lost in thought what you were saying.
I don't even know where I was going.
There's a lot of things I got to bring to my girl today.
I do know now.
There's a lot of things you got to bring to your girl today. Like what?
Yeah, there's a lot of conversations.
Like what? What do you got to say? Hold on.
I believe Chatterbait and Onlyfans also provides that outlet for a man or a woman, because I have female fans, to not cheat. And then I have a lot of couples that watch together, and it's like a threesome. They're fucking while they're watching me. Nice. And tipping me. And so I think that's way better than going out and finding a real person and cheat. But I think that you should tell your significant other, and maybe you could enjoy it together.
What do you have to tell her? You said you got a lot of stuff to tell her after this. What are you gonna say?
Let me first say this to everybody that's listening. Like what she just said is serious. Like you have to, and just find a partner that, if you have a partner that's like that, just share this whole experience with them, because it really does help. As somebody who was young, who was addicted to shit and porn and everything else like that, it really messed up my social mindset to just be on the internet and not like socially talk to other people. And that was a real problem. And I told myself that if I was going to date a woman, I had to be open with all my desires and all that shit. I cannot date a woman that it's just plain boring sex.
That's a jellyfish, baby.
Is there something that was said in this conversation right now that you got to tell Jay?
Everything was the
What do you got? No, I'm saying no. What do you got to tell her? You got something to tell? Yeah, what do you got to tell Jay?
I'm gonna have to talk
You're
about
gonna tell her go watch Curvy Model Milk.
Yeah, tell her that.
Yes.
Maybe you guys can have the virtual threesome.
We're gonna do that.
Have a virtual
We're gonna
threesome.
do that together, right? Right. We're gonna do that, and I might get some chocolate. So thank you, chocolate, some whipped creams, but the money, everything, the idea, the comfort of it. We got
that
ideas.
ball gag dildo thing that you got for Christmas.
Do.
Show her what you got for Christmas.
I was about to ask you if you want.
Show her what you got for the Christmas special.
Listen, I tried to put a ball gag in once, and you know how I talk. I kept talking through it because I can't stop talking. It was too funny.
The ball gag isn't.
I can't go 2 seconds without talking.
The ball gag probably isn't the most adequate toy. He's gonna show you his toy that he just got. Now you might have inspired him to use it with his girl tonight.
I can't wait.
I don't know what you said, but he's all wound up, ready to tell his girlfriend everything.
He's seen me. It's the big booty.
He said he got a lot to say tonight. I don't know what he got to say.
I wanna know what she says after.
We'll give you an update.
All right.
I'll send you an update on whatever he got to say.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So let's first go with the one thing that these guys thought was too funny, but it's never going to be used on me personally. She's going to use it.
She got her a nice little choker there.
Wait. She's going to use it on her neck?
No, she can put it around her neck.
Yeah, it's going to be on her neck.
No, baby. It's going to be on yours with a little puppy tail, butt plug.
That's what I sent it to him for. That's what I sent it to him for.
Now you're gonna do what I said.
She's on my team.
I got to keep both of you away from each other now.
Yeah, we're teaming up.
Listen, we may boot you and I join the show, Mo. Come on now.
Let's go. So I'm really like a dominant guy, and it's just how I am, and I love smacking. I've done a lot of things last year that I've never did sexually, and it was exciting. It was
the
exciting.
best one.
It was the best one. It was when this girl told me to smack her.
Yeah, he likes smacking.
Smack that bitch on there.
And she said, "Yo, if you make me bleed, it's okay." So mentally in my head, I'm like, "Make you bleed?" Like I've never just hit a woman.
Like 50 Shades.
Like 50 Shades. Like she really wanted to get smacked.
The fuck up of her.
And the first one I did about a 5. Still felt uncomfortable. But when she said, "Do it harder," and she was said with such aggression, I just said, and I felt bad.
I can say harder and not even flinch. And that's weird because I'm submissive, but I'd like to hear you try to dominate me just in some words.
I got you.
No, you can't.
Have to ask
I promise.
Oh, you want to have a dom off? Go ahead, have a dom off.
I gotta ask you.
You gotta have a dom off? I'll let you.
I already started off and shut your mouth right at the beginning.
I did.
All right, try it. What you gonna do? You gonna choke me out?
You know what? Fine. Babe, I'm gonna just let you know right now. This is entertainment. This is my job.
This is fantasy for the girlfriend.
Let's see who's you got the battle.
All right, now dom me, baby.
We're gonna have the battle of the doms.
This is the oddest thing ever. I'm gonna accept the challenge. Grady, look away.
I'm not looking away.
Look away.
I'm not looking away. I'm not in this. You ain't doming me.
Like gonna jerk off.
You ain't doming me.
All right, let me see. Give me a scenario. Let's do a scenario.
I think she wants a dom battle. She wants to see if you could dom her. She wants to see if you could dom her.
He said he's gonna dom me, and then he's telling me to give him a scenario. Bitch, I just domed you right there.
What are you gonna do? You
just got me.
You gotta dom her. You're the dom.
Come on.
I am. Hold on. Let me think. I'm on a spot right now. It's a beautiful.
Tell her what to do.
You
gotta tell her what to do. Tell her what to do.
Mo, you get that cock out right fucking now, and you start stroking that shit, and you do exactly what I fucking say. And I'm gonna give you a countdown for when you can come. But you cannot come before I say. Now what you got?
Miss J. You've been working really fucking hard all fucking day. I need you to shut the fuck up right now. You've been talking to me for an hour, and I just need you on your back. Get on your back. Take this dick, and when I tell you to turn over, you turn over.
Oh, wow, I might turn over. But you're gonna fuck me the way I want to be fucked. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you. Can you get down there and lick that pussy and ass for me? Because I know you like this big white booty.
Tell her about that big black cock, Mo. Go ahead. Don't flinch.
Yeah. Give me that BBC. You got BBC? Come on. Prove it to me. Show it to me. Give it to me.
You're gonna have to wait until I'm ready to lick that pussy. You gotta earn that every second of that. You know how much I love it. But you right now, I just wanna fuck you.
Yeah, you wanna fuck the shit out of me?
Bite on my pillows. Bite on my pillows. Make sure my neighbors hit on my walls again, baby.
Oh, I'm a screamer, baby. Everybody will hear.
Say my fucking name like you mean it.
Oh, Mo. Yeah, fuck me hard. Yeah, fuck me harder, Mo. Gritty, you get in there too, baby.
Let's
You
go.
suck me from behind, Mo, and Gritty, I'll be sucking your cock in the front.
All right, I'm not used to threesomes, but I'm down with that.
Are y'all gonna need a break after this, like private room
You know
break?
what? Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody's getting hurt tonight, so.
He's gonna take it all on his girl tonight.
And I have guests in my house, so somebody's just gonna have to hear something.
Listen, you're gonna go home and be like crazy dominant pounding her. She's gonna be like, who was on the show and what y'all talking about? Because
She's gonna
something
be listening
happened.
to this tomorrow.
Wow.
She is gonna be listening to this tomorrow, and I guarantee you the conversation is gonna be fantastic. So
Tell her that to start doming you and telling you what to do, and oh, you will love it.
I've never had a woman dom me before.
Yeah?
Never.
Have you ever met anyone that's aggressive or strong-willed?
In the wrong ways. In the wrong ways. I like.
Well, I'm a bitch too. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know when to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
these women were more embarrassing about it. I wouldn't bring them in.
Oh, well, I give you props, Mo. You did pretty good.
Yeah, we gotta give Mo a cheer. Gotta give Mo a cheer. That was great.
I'm pretty sure in real life that you would
I had to close.
end up doing what I wanted.
Oh, she said she took it easy. She said she took it easy on you.
Nah, I was so nervous, and thank you for taking it easy on me. Like, you know,
I'm just gonna say that
me,
that was probably the greatest moment on the show, right there. Mo, you did fantastic.
He did.
And if that was real, I would hope that you would close your eyes if we were in the room together and she was blowing
pussy's
me.
wet. I mean, come on.
Honestly, bro, if we was having a threesome and hypothetically you was in the room, I wouldn't close my eyes.
You would watch me get blown?
You could do whatever the fuck you want. I want to watch the bitch scream. Why? I'm not looking at you. What is wrong?
I don't think I would want to be in a threesome with a guy, but I mean, heat of the moment. If we were all in the same room right now, I don't know. That moment was crazy. That was wild.
I'm pretty much thinking we just had a threesome already, didn't we?
I don't know if I was involved. I was just a spectator on that one. That was the best moment on
Sometimes
the
the
show.
spectators have the best part of it.
That was. I think I got the best part of the interaction, and the fans. The fans were also. It was a foursome because the fans were there. It was actually a foursome. I was getting blown. Mo was hitting it from the back, and the fans, y'all were doing something. I don't know what you guys were doing.
I'm used to it. I've actually had sex in front of somebody before, another dude before, so like more than one. So like I don't care about that shit.
I don't know if I would do it in real life, but I give you props for that, Mo. Give you props for that. I don't know if I'd want to have sex in front of you, Mo. I don't know.
One day you're gonna be in a hotel. We're gonna be on a show one day, touring. You're gonna be fucking a woman, and I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "Go ahead, Gritty."
Gritty, so you don't like to be watched? Are you sure?
No,
Think about it, baby.
No, I don't think so.
Think about me bouncing this ass in your face on that cock. And Mo walks in, he's watching. Oh yeah,
so
you
killed it right there.
Yeah,
Killed it when Mo walked in. I'm gonna lock the door. I'm gonna barricade it.
She's
Stay the fuck out, Mo.
She's on top.
You'll be like, I don't fucking care who's watching. This is fucking great.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right next to on the couch, and I'm just go ahead, Gritty.
And he can dominate. He can try to dominate and tell us what to do.
Well, we'll have to see if that comes to fruition. We'll see how it ends up. We'll see how it happens if it happens in the heat of the moment.
He's like, oh my god, this conversation is going bad.
We'll have to. It's going great. It's going great for me. I don't see anything wrong with it.
This is a great birthday gift.
We'll see what happens when we do the first Gritty Knows Best meetup. You'll get a ticket to come out. We'll see what happens. We'll see who gets domed.
Podcast. That'd be awesome.
We'll see who gets domed. We'll see who watches who. We'll see. And maybe we'll put on Chatterbait. Who knows?
There we go.
But you guys did great.
I should release my porno.
You should release your porno. No, well, not if you want to be a teacher. If you're going to be a teacher, then you're gonna ruin your fucking career right there.
See, and I have tattoos everywhere, so I can't even like say it's not me. You know.
Oh, I didn't even know you had. Okay, nice. So, what does it take? Let's give some 101 right now from that book. What does it take to bag a MILF?
It's different for every MILF because you remember like how I came from, where I came from, and I'm a mom and all that. But when I was younger, like I liked the older men, and now that I'm older and a MILF, I mean, I just attract 18 and up. You know, you gotta have some maturity about you. For me, now I don't know about all. Some MILFs are just out to get a hot young stud to fuck. Now, have I done that? Absolutely. Could I have a line out the door? Absolutely. But for me now, I mean, I need a little bit more emotional connection or some sort of physical or friendship connection for me. But I would just say, you know, be yourself. Don't be a dickhead, and flirt and make her feel like she's not old, and fuck her up.
It's not as hard as people think it is. It's just this thing of, like you said, emotional.
And you have to have confidence, but not cocky for me. You know what I mean?
That's right. Like me, right, Mom?
And that probably wasn't my best advice because I'm probably a different kind of MILF than everyone else. I'm more of a tease, you know?
It was great advice.
I laugh when you said you don't like cocky.
Why? Because she came. You saying because she came to the wrong show? It's funny when I hear it. So, and I always want. When you say cocky, what do you mean by cocky? What's cocky to you?
They talking about themselves all the time and bragging. Oh yeah, I got a big dick. I don't fucking care how big it is. I like average to above average. I run from a big dick.
That's okay. That. You know what's funny?
I could be tight, and my asshole even tighter. So, and it all depends on how you use it. You can be the best looking guy and have a shitty fucking attitude, and I think you're ugly. You could be just an okay looking guy, and your personality, I want to jump your buns. But
that's what people are saying now. That's what's all over TikTok now is girls talking about average dicks. That's like the new wave.
Let's get into that real quick.
That's the new wave. 5 to 6. What do you say? Average is 5 to 6.
Everyone, honestly, when they ask me what size dick, I like average to a little bit above. I will not go over like 8 unless it's good proportion and I have a strong connection with that person.
That's
but
what everybody's saying.
You show me these monster dicks, I'm running the opposite way.
What about a 7?
So all these guys that are insecure about that, don't be. Because most of the women that I know aren't after those giant dicks.
What about a 7? You said 5 to 6. Is 7 good?
I said I like 6 to 8.
Oh, 6 to 8. Okay, I think you said 5 to 6.
7's perfect. Then you're right. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, anything above 5 is.
But here's what I want to know.
Oh,
why y'all measuring your dicks?
It's just something you do when you're young. It's just something you do.
I've never measured my dick in my life.
I did everybody measured a dick to me when I was young.
Measured my dick before.
First thing you do. First thing you do when you start watching porn is you measure your dick. I don't know. You just, never you only do it once. You don't keep doing it. It doesn't really grow much after you hit puberty.
I mean, maybe you do it at 14 and you can do it again at 21. Who knows? But I always thought that was weird that people measure their dicks.
Well, call me weird.
I think it's weird, and I also, I
weird.
do it. People will pay me to rate their cock, and I always tell them I'm a straight shooter. So if you don't want to hear something truthful, don't ask me to rate your dick.
That was I was going to ask you that.
Feel pretty secure about it.
If you got an ugly dick in your DMs, you'll tell them.
Well, a dick in the money for the rating, yes.
Yeah.
No, I thoroughly look at it. I thoroughly write. I mean, I talk about the head, I talk about the shape, the size, the proportion, the color, the grooming, the circumcised, uncircumcised. I give them a full detail of my opinion. And if, they don't like it, they don't like it.
So you're very truthful. You're very truthful.
And they know that about me. And that's one thing I think that why I have such good fans. They know I'm a straight shooter. I'm not going to bullshit. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. And, and yeah.
That's what's up. That's what we like.
I mean, you guys are enjoying me and I'm being the same person.
I mean, you got me right out of my shell. Now I'm just.
Yeah, that was that was good, huh?
That's awesome.
And it's funny because, she was talking about the rating thing. And I remember being on Chatterbait when that was a thing. And that was like everybody was just rating. They would do
dick ratings. Yeah. I always thought that was odd. I'll measure my dick. I'll measure, but I'm not going to send it to get rated. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's your thing. But, do you. I've
seen so many dick pictures you wouldn't believe.
I've never sent a dick pic in my life. I've never sent a dick picture in my life. I may have measured it. I've never sent one out.
I was gonna ask you guys, are you dick pic senders or what?
Well,
only to people I'm dating.
Right. You're already, but not like you meet someone on Tinder and you're shooting them a dick first.
Nah, I would never do that. I really do get off of women like being like emotional in some way, but I like to take that and actually like, do something with it. But one of my favorite things is I just like taking pictures of my own dick and just staring at it.
What?
Listen,
I really do.
I'm on Chatterbait.
Oh my God, that is the most conceited thing.
Okay, we are the same person then, no, I believe. Because there are times where like I am watching myself on Chatterbait and I'm like, I never thought feet. I couldn't understand the feet fetish until I saw my own feet on Chatterbait, and I have these great arches and beautiful feet.
I'm not into feet. All right, so you were saying,
I am conceited, I guess. I am, because I really do love just looking at it. I've always did. Like, I've never said to myself, like, I'm humble enough to say I'm not like a 10. I'm not the hottest guy in the world, but like when I look at myself in the mirror and I actually see my body parts, I'm like, oh, this shit is fire.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I am on cam. And sometimes when like I'm doing something that's super hot and I'm not getting any reaction, I'm like, well, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I turned myself on looking at that, But sometimes when I like dance and stuff, I don't know if you guys saw me do any like erotic dancing. They're so mesmerized, or if I'm doing a lot of ass bouncing, they're so mesmerized they can't do anything else.
Let me tell you, if I looked like you, I'd be turning myself on too. But I look like me, so I'm not looking at myself. I'm not looking at my own dick. I'm not doing none of that shit.
We gotta teach Gritty some stuff, Mo.
Thank you. I've been trying for years.
You're gonna teach me to do what? To look at my own cock?
I don't know.
You should.
I guess it'd be more.
I mean, I look at it. I look at it.
You should. You really should just look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, okay. If you like it, what you see, say something about to yourself.
You jerk that shit off.
I'm not jerking off to myself. That's for sure. Do you jerk off to yourself, Mo?
I have.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good place to wrap up right now. All right. Tell everybody where they can find you, Jay, how they can support you.
Yes. Please come watch me live on Chaturbate.com. Curvy Model Milf and Onlyfans. For some reason, when they did all this change, the word MILF can't be in the title. Now, how dumb is that?
On
so
Onlyfans?
My Onlyfans is no longer Curvy Model MILF. It had to be changed to Miss J Queen. So you can find me at onlyfans.com, Miss J Queen. And Cash App, Curvy Model MILF.
There's too many J's.
You guys like what you heard? Hit that Cash App, blink, blink, blink. There you go. You can find me.
When I hear it, my pussy gets wet. Just say.
You hear that,
and
boys?
then I want to do more.
You hear that, boys? Get it wet. Hit the Cash App. You can find me at It's Pretty Bitch.
I do want to say that I do appreciate all my fans. I care for them. You can I mean, there's so many. If I know they're having a health problem, I check on them. There are people that come in that I haven't seen in 2 or 3 years, and I remember them, and like it blows their mind because I care about my fans.
Right. That's great. And after that, you could teach me math. You could be my math tutor. We could talk about that because I need to learn some division. So maybe we can get
division?
on. Yeah, we can get on
do
that. We can get on that.
Well, always on cam, I'm like, if they do something silly, I'm like 2 + 2. Or
it'll probably
2,
stick.
Always gonna equal 4, boys. Like you tip, and then I'll do something.
It'll probably stick a lot better if you're my math tutor. We'll do it. We'll do another math test 5 months from now after she's my tutor, and watch, I'll be a fucking Einstein after that.
Math tutor.
I'll be an Einstein after that. You can find me at It's Gritty Bitch on Instagram. You can also go to the the Gritty World YouTube channel. Make sure you go to the Gritty Knows Best YouTube channel and the Gritty Knows Best Instagram. Mo?
Yeah. You can find me on Mo's Great Adventure.
You got us flustered
on
over here.
Instagram. Yeah, no, I'm just
can't say our handles right.
He's got to adjust his seating a little bit.
Oh, Mo?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Mo's Great Adventure. It was awesome.
Here we go.
Yeah,
it was great to have you on.
I can't wait until this airs, and I will be telling all my fans and shooting it out to Onlyfans.
Hell
Seriously,
yeah.
she got me flustered, guys. She got me flustered. I was shy. I was a little nervous. But
the Dom off was great, and you almost got me into a threesome. So we'll see you next time. It didn't happen, though. It didn't happen, though.
Again, and we having an orgy here.
It's not going to happen. I won't be in there, but I might be spectating. All right. Peace and love. See you next time.